Cooler weather is just around the corner, but while the warm weather is still here, take advantage of our $49 total home comfort checkup from Premier Heating and Air. Premier Heating and Air is a locally owned and operated company. Log on to premierishere.com and experience a Premier difference today.
And she is the Vice President of Art Dublin. We got something special coming up, don't we?
We sure do. Shamrock Showtime.
Tell us about it.
Every year Art Dublin hosts an art show and gala for our local citizens and for anyone. And this year we will be doing it here at this beautiful Carnegie. It's November 7th and November 8th. November 7th is the gala. It's a ticketed event. We will have live music, hors d'oeuvres, and drinks. And November 8th is the free event where you can come and browse and maybe do some Christmas shopping and enjoy the art of Lawrence County. We have a lot of talent in Lawrence County, and it's very important to highlight the visual arts. So we are very excited. We're going to have two-dimensional art and three-dimensional art, and it will be a wonderful event. I hope everyone will come. You can get a ticket at Colleen's or at Williamson's Bakery or any Art Dublin member. Mail and More also will have tickets available, so you and your significant other can come for $40 on Friday night. It's, I believe, from 6 to 9, and if you just want to come alone, that's great too, so that'll be a $25 ticket for you. And
that's a good deal, though. I mean, for what you get, you know, it's a good mixer type thing. You get to meet the artist. We know some of them. Let's talk about some. I'm going to know Kelly Kennedy will be here. He does the stained glass and, like you said, 3-dimension and different things. Talk about some of the artists.
Well, in years past, we have had very cool art that would be created from just objects that you use, utilitarian objects such as rakes and steel, things you might have in your yard. And Robbie Brinson oftentimes will create amazing works of art with different things like that. And of course, we have the stained glass that Kelly does, which is beautiful. And we have clay. Oftentimes there'll be potters that will create their art, and wood turners. So I am an oil painter. So I will have some oil paintings, and there'll be other artists that create two-dimensional art, and there'll be some smaller art pieces as well for Christmas ornaments and such. So,
and you got quite a bit of artists. I think you're gonna have 10, 12 or so different artists.
Usually even more than that, about 15. We still have applications available. You can sign up to bring your art, and I always enjoy seeing the abstract art and the realism. I am more of an impressionistic artist, so I enjoy seeing other people's art that's a little different than mine, because it's a different thinking, you know, and God gives us all a creative ability, and it's important we use that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk more about it. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this.
I'm Brian Bazemore, President and CEO of Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County. We would like to invite you to come by and experience a welcoming banking environment. Come by today and have a cup of coffee and let us talk with you about our many products, savings accounts, checking accounts, CDs, and our many loans. You're more than just a number to us, you're family. Come by today, Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
October is Rocktober here at Dublin Nissan. With savings up to $7,500, it's time to rock and roll in a new Rock Creek Pathfinder. If a Murano is more of your taste, we can save you up to $8,000, so come check out our great selection and pick one out. And with the only V6 in its class and a great selection, Dublin Nissan has the Frontier for you. We've got J.D. Power's #1 rated brand, and we've stacked them deep so we can sell them cheap. So now's the time to get to Dublin Nissan. And come see the Heisman, only at Dublin Nissan.
Welcome back, everybody. Now I have with me Patsy Baker. Patsy, let's talk about the history of Art Dublin.
Okay, well, before Art Dublin, which kind of led into Art Dublin, there were art groups, Christine Bellhowell, Thelma Fowler, Carolyn Smalley, that group, they're back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. They used to have huge, big art shows and juried shows, and it just, as they got older, the younger groups kind of faded out. And then we had a lady come to town, Miss Brenda Lausch, and she was involved in the art group with Fane Powell's mother, Sarah Jo, and they had a little gallery down on Madison. And most of the people that are in the group today are older members, and have been probably with that group for about 10 or 15 years, and have had, you know, an annual art show, and like Suzanne and Katrina Waters, and just a group that is fed up. Now we have some new people coming in, like Ryan Merkel. He has a studio downtown, and a lot of Ron Carson's, a lot of retired art teachers are in there, and then some young people, and we have artisans, besides, like Suzanne said, besides just art. Hal Waters is a new one. He's got some creative things for us this year nobody's seen before. So that, and every year we try to encourage each other to put out new art, you know, not bring back your same art every year, so it'll be a fresh show. But Brenda and Sarah Jo had started off the Art Dublin. Francie Doherty, that was in town for a long time, and she and Jack Walker and quite a few, they had a meeting at the Presbyterian Church, and they got us 501c3 and got to be a serious organization. So we kind of let that go for a while, just stayed a little group that just of artists that enjoyed each other, which we're still that, but we're going back for the 501c3 so we can do some fundraising and things. And we'd like to introduce the community more into getting children involved, and just people, and Alex, I can't say, I'm sorry, Alex. He is a member of, you know, this kind of new group, and he has several. Suzanne, they have paint and sip shows. I mean, just to get people used to seeing that they might have some hidden talents. And we're open to everybody. We love to have new members. And if you just come to the show, we'll have some information there if you want to see how you want to be involved. And you don't have to be a painter, and you don't have to be particularly an artist. We have people that like to just be a part of a group and help raise money, or
to
patrons.
encourage the arts.
Yeah, and the arts in other groups. And we have some other great groups, like Rhonda Dixon has a wonderful school, and all that aren't necessarily Art Dublin, but we want to kind of encourage the whole community. And this seems like this time in Dublin, like Main Street, Glenda Berry, they're big into producing public art. So we're happy to be part of that scene.
Yeah, and it's important to get them started early. Suzanne was here before the break, taught art for many years on the east side of the river, and I was thinking about Mark Ballard when you were talking, and Macon, everybody knows Mark Ballard, but he's in the 3rd grade. His teacher sent a note home to his mom, said he's incredible, you know, and he said, well, what's that mean for a 3rd grader, you know, to be incredible? But he ended up being a part of an art club in Macon, and then he got a scholarship when he come out of high school to it's got a different name now than it did then, but in Atlanta. The guy's incredible.
He is.
And it all started
just
in
natural.
3rd grade.
Some teacher.
Yeah, but the reason I bring that up is it's so important for us to encourage these kids at even 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade to you know, to excel in their art.
It is, and we have a lot of art teachers. Katrina Waters is one of them. She's and Kristen Kaiser, and just our public school teachers are involved in our community. We're so involved, so appreciate that. And then we have people that's never had an art lesson in their life that can just sit down and draw, and they need somebody to say, "Yeah, it was good. You should do that." And that's all they need is a little praise. Yeah. And so we have a lot of members like that just didn't realize they were talented till they came into the show and said, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, and they need that encouragement.
They do.
You're right about it. So what got you involved?
Well, I started, I've always dabbled in art. My daddy had a side job. He was a teacher at a paint store, and he would bring paints and rolls of canvases home. And my mother, she really encouraged us, so we all always just assumed I was an artist, so I just did. I just crowned myself as an artist, but then Kimball's downtown had an opening for the studio portraits, where you take their photos and enhance with colors and oil paints, kind of like Leonard Lord and those folks. So I did that for like 15 years. And that gave me the courage, because then I decided, well, if I can paint it with sitting there, I can paint it from scratch. So Thelma Fowler really encouraged me. She was always sharing tips. She wasn't secretive with her knowledge. So people like that take you under the wing and just say, you can do it. Christine Bell Howell. The artists we had were so generous with just encouraging and sharing their tips. So this is how you do it. This is a little secret. So that's how I did it. And then Art Dublin really got me going, though, because the show every year gives you something to work on during the year.
Because you need new stuff, like you said earlier.
Yes.
You want. So if you do come every year, you're going to see new things, not the same.
Yeah, that's what's important to know. This won't be the same thing you've seen every year. And we have one new member, Hal Waters. His wife's a member too, and he's come up with some interesting artisan work. I can't wait to see. And we have photography, Joey Wilson, and like she's talked about, Robbie. And
Joey's incredible. I cannot believe how talented he is. You mentioned Frenesy. Anybody who's ever been in the McGrath-Keene Center at Dublin Orange County Chamber of Commerce Development Authority, her work is everywhere. We just unveiled a Scott Thompson portrait, and she's incredible. I just talked to her recently. Matter of fact, I bought one of her pieces at the Service League last year.
She's still involved
actively.
Yes,
she is. And it's coming up, as a matter of fact.
She'll be in the show.
She'll be in this show?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the Antique Fair Marketplace is coming up in November. You see that show here on the TV station.
And our Suzanne was in that,
Yeah.
I did 2 portraits in the lobby at the chamber way back of Mr. Lovett and somebody else. They're hanging in the front.
Well, people that come in our home, I framed that piece, had it professionally framed that I'd gotten from her, and everybody, it's the one with the doors around Dublin. And everybody wants to, where did you get that? I said, well, tell them about Frenesy, and that, all about her. But it's just a very beautiful piece that she did.
Colorful. But we also, in the community, before I forget, I will, we have community businesses that support us also. Mulberry Kitchens hangs our art every month. There's a different artist there, and she allows us to do that. And we hope to have other stores or anybody that's interested in having them at the business. We can provide art for you, and this works both ways. People come in to see our art, and then
helps your business.
It helps our business too. It helps their business.
Helps everybody. Well, that's the kind of community we live in, Patsy.
It is.
We both pretty well. I grew up here, born here. I tell people I was born at Middle Georgia College.
Really, that where your home was?
Back when it was a hospital.
Oh, I was born there. I was born there too. My children were, not me. Yeah, I wasn't.
But it throws people that's not from here. You know, they think your mama was in a class or something. So had a baby. But
and they have a strong art program where they did. I'm sure they still have it.
Oh yeah.
So,
it takes everybody. Even if you're watching now and you don't even do art, you've never been involved in it. We want to promote these kind of things to have a better community, a better quality of life. So
for us and for visitors that come to town to see what we have to offer, there are a lot of venues. Even if it's not the arts, musical, we have great. The downtown Dublin has great shows and presentations and drama clubs. So it's not just the visual arts. Really our community is strong in all the arts, and we're blessed with that.
Amen. Tell us the times and the date again for the show.
Oh, November the 7th is the gala from 6 to 9, and then November the 8th is open to the public. There's no charge for that, and it's from 10 till 2. But the gala's $25 a ticket or 2 for $40. Okay. And there's a heavy cocktail buffet. We didn't mention that people really love to come for that. And music, I think Suzanne secured a wonderful pianist. I forgot his name, but John Morgan. He was here last year, and oh, the group's just hung around the piano. He's just a marvel. So if you enjoy art and music and good food, good times.
Yeah, good piano, you can't beat that.
No, I love that. And that flowing in that art and the food, it's just magical.
Yeah,
So.
it is, and the public event is when?
Saturday, 10 to 2.
Okay, 10 to 2.
Yeah, Saturday the 8th.
Okay.
And you don't need a ticket for that. Just come enjoy the art.
Yeah.
And the art is, we did mention, the art is for sale. All of it may not be, most all of it is for sale though, and great prices. And like I say,
and
so much.
Christmas is here. I mean, what a better gift, you know, like I was talking about the artwork I got a friend and said, those are the kind of things that you just can't buy anywhere.
Yeah. And we have things like, we have Susan New's son, Susan New's son. he does duck calls, handcrafted. We have that kind of thing. And the stained glass and all. It's not all, if you don't have a space on your wall or not sure about a painting, there's all kind of smaller or larger artisan pieces. Like she said, Robbie Brinson, he's just amazing with his metal work. So you'll be surprised.
You just got a new group of people gonna come with them duck calls, see?
I know, there we go.
Yeah, that's incredible. You hear that? We're gonna stress that. So it's not just artwork. It is artwork, to be able to do that.
And we have usually jewelry pieces and things like smaller things that you might, doesn't have to be a huge gift. And they're all well priced, nothing's out of price range. And you might even could dicker with the artist, who knows. But
Yeah, that's right. Just come be a part of it. So we're gonna take another break and come back and wrap things up.
Since we were founded, the Houston Clinic has sought to provide the most advanced orthopedic services available to men, women, and children of all ages and all walks of life. And today, Dr. Gay and Dr. Richter continue the tradition of service in the Lawrence County communities. From our sports teams through every facet of this community, the Houston Clinic is not only proud to serve you, we deem it an honor. The Houston Clinic, 100 Medical Drive, Suite 400 in Dublin.
When someone says the word bank, what comes to mind? For most folks, it's probably money or loans. Maybe it's false. The problem is, these are all just things. And a bank is not a collection of things. A bank is a collection of stories. If you've been around long enough, you've heard one of us say, it pays to bank blue. The hero of our story is you. Every home bought, every business opened, every dream secured has been your story. We've just had a front row seat, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna wrap things up with Hal Waters, and tell us, you've said 3 or 4 times off camera, you're not an artist. Tell me why you're a part of this, and what do you do?
I started coming with my wife to some meetings just to kind of see what it was all about, and and I enjoyed the people. Number one, they're artists, and believe it or not, if you're not an artist, there's a social clashing that's going on there. But I got to where I blended in, and I said, I'm enjoying this. I'm not an artist, though. I became the treasurer. They elect me to handle the money part, and I can do that.
Yeah.
And I started, thinking, what can I do? I'd like to be a part of the shows and all this kind of stuff. And I was sawing wood one day, and I found a hollow log, and then I started thinking, and look at the, all these things that God made. God's the artist. I just arrange it.
Yeah.
And so if somebody, was interested enough to get one of my things, you don't have to worry about, getting a copy, because they're all different.
That's right.
This year's theme, is like the old movie days, and Showtime, and so we'll have people in costume, like the old movie stars and everything. We'll have the red carpet, and and anybody that comes is welcome to do the same. But we just have a good time. It's amazing to watch this thing come together. I was 31 years with AT&T, and we plan. This thing right here, believe it or not, comes together in a couple of meetings. And I started saying, golly, how in the world does this thing come off? But every year it comes off and it's better than the last year. So these guys and gals knew exactly what they're doing, and I invite everybody to come. We're going to have the private showing on Friday the 7th, and that is from 6 to 9. And then Saturday we'll open at 10 o'clock and we'll stay till 2, and that will be open to the general public at no charge, you know, and everybody's welcome to come by. The Friday night gala is closed to ticket holders, and we'd certainly invite people to come see any of the members of Art Dublin, Williamson's Bakery, Malin Moore, and I think one other play, Colleen's. That's right. They'll have tickets, and if you'll take the time to drop in, buy a ticket, we will appreciate it, and I think you'll appreciate it too.
Yeah, it's a good fundraiser. So I just thought of this when you were talking.
Yeah.
So if you buy a ticket and come Friday night, you get first choice if you want to buy something. Right?
Exactly. You know, and you'll get to meet the artists also.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you might catch an artist walking through Saturday. You know, we'll have some here, but not all of them. But all the artists will be here. Frenessy will be coming from Columbus. She'll be with us. And we'll just all have a good time, and you can be able to talk to the artist. And, you know, if you don't see something, you like the artist's art, but you want something in particular, they might can help you out and do something custom for you.
Yeah, and they will. I'm sure they will.
Yes.
You got a grandchild, you got whatever. They can probably help with that. So.
If you have any artist in you and don't know it, you'll know it when you leave. How about?
And we're going to know a lot of these people. I mean, we know them in the community. You might not know there are an artist. You know, they're not out here bragging about it or talking about it a lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times you're exactly right. You know, the guy that's in there fixing and doing your teeth, you know, he's a metal artist, you know, welding and everything. It's a contrast there, but, you know, we've all got a little bit of that in us, you know. And, if it can stir me up to try to do something, you know, it can stir anybody up, believe me.
Absolutely. Well, that's good. Come out and be a part of it. You heard the dates. Matter of fact, the flyer's on the screen right now. You see the information. We'll let you look at it right quick. We'll air this program again. You go to our YouTube channel at TV35. Just type in the search bar. If you missed any of the information, so just go on there and take a look at it. Come out and support the arts. I just think it's a wonderful event. And my favorite part, not only the artists, but getting the pick of the litter. You come in and get to pick what you want. I'm scared to bring my wife because with Robbie Brinson doing that kind of stuff, she is a sucker for that kind of art. So, and she's watching this, so I guess the cat's out of the bag. So.
Yeah, whatever kind of art that that you're interested in, it'll be here. You know, we are very diverse in our talents, and please come see us. Please support us. You know, we're here. For Dublin, we're here representing Dublin. You know, we do things in other towns and other venues and everything, trying to support not only ourselves, but our city and our county. So we'd appreciate your presence. Thank you.
Okay, sounds good. However you're watching us today over the air with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, we appreciate you watching.